Hey everyone, welcome to our InspireFIT call. It is August 8th. I can't believe time is flying by so fast. But tonight I want to do a little lesson from a book that I've been reading. A page in it actually yesterday reminded me, I was talking about personal development, and he was saying something about how you can read something, but if you don't apply it, it's not actually personal development. You're not actually growing as a person. And so I really want to be more intentional about bringing my personal development to you. And as I'm like reiterating it to other people, I'm going to be learning it even more. And so I really want to talk more about this book. I think it's really, really awesome for our businesses and for life. So a chapter that I want to talk about today, this is Built to Last by Keith Callahan. He is actually a Beachbody coach. I don't know if he still is currently. I think so. But anyway, he built up his Beachbody business to like this bigger business. And hold on a second. He built up his business to a 7-figure business, and he literally didn't really worry about like the rank system with Beachbody and like recognition, stuff like that. Like he really focused on like what will build a good business and how he can be a good coach to other people, and just kind of like a lot of integrity. And so I really respect that, and I've absolutely loved everything that I've read in this book. So I wanted to go over actually a whole chapter in this, and it's about mindset. It's called the Build to Last mindset. And he talks a lot about leadership here, but I think we can kind of relate this to life as well. So I just kind of want to read the bullet points to you, and then we'll talk about it a little bit at the end. There's a quote at the beginning. It says, "Leadership is practiced not so much in words as in attitude and in actions." So we can talk about what we're supposed to be doing all day long, but if we're not actually doing the things, we're not going to get anywhere, right? So we can set our goals, we can talk about it, but if we're not actually working towards them, we're never going to get there. So he says, a leader's philosophy on life and how to build a network marketing business is significantly different from that of distributors who are not leaders. So what I want to try and get you guys to think about is seeing yourself as a leader, no matter where you're at on your journey, on your business. If you're a coach of self, I want you to see you as a leader of yourself so that you can transpose that into being a leader of others in your life in general. So number one, leaders focus on who they are becoming more than what they are getting. So a leader's mindset is not about activities, rewards, or accolades. It's about who she is becoming. So if you can think about your goals, that's something that you want to hit, but who is the person that you have to become in order to get there? So if I want to lose 5 pounds, I'm going to have to eat healthier. So I'm going to have to change my lifestyle a little bit to get there, right? So I'm going to actually have to change who I am a little bit in order to reach that goal. A leader knows it's not possible to hold the title or rank of leader long term without becoming a person capable of doing so. So leaders are focused on who they're becoming versus what they're getting. Number two, leaders don't just believe they can, they know they will. There's a vital difference between believing you can do something and knowing without a doubt that you will do it. This is absolutely huge in the business that we run. It's a lot of having no freaking clue what you're doing and just going anyway and figuring it out as you go. If we waited until we knew all the answers and then took action, we'd be waiting a long time. And the same goes for our fitness journey, for our health journey. You're never going to know exactly what works for you until you try it. He tells a lot of stories in here. Basically, oh, this was a good point. He said, you can go through the motions of talking with people all you want, but until you make the shift that you knew you could do something rather than just believing in it, people won't be attracted to you and won't want to join you. So you really have to just know that it's going to happen, right? Okay. Sorry, this is going to be a little bit all over the place because I read this a few days ago. But number 3, leaders don't just show up, they show up with their mind right. You said, when I signed up to become a distributor, I wanted to build a big business and I knew it was possible. In order to do that, though, I needed to get to a place of knowing it was actually going to happen for me. So we see so many people on our team, in our company, we see people getting results, we see people getting financial success. And do you look at them and say, good for them, like they got lucky, or they're in this situation? Or do you say, if she can do that, I can too? If she can figure it out with whatever's going on in her life, whatever her situation is, whatever, then I can do it in my situation, in my life. She's a normal person. She made it happen. I can make it happen too. Number 4, leaders understand they own a big business. Leaders in our industry know that network marketing is a big business. They don't look at it as a little side gig to make some extra money here and there. So this obviously just depends on what you want to do with this business. You own a business. Whether you want to use it to get a discount on products and see your own results, that's totally fine. But I'm always going to teach you that there's so much potential with this business, and literally nothing is stopping you. Like, you can do whatever you want with this business and there is no limit. And it's so much different than a 9-to-5 job in that way. You're not waiting on someone else to push your potential higher. You already have that capability there. So that's like one of the biggest differences with network marketing and owning that as a business rather than working for someone else. You really have the potential to do this in as long of time as you want, as short of time as you want, whatever hours you want. There's obviously some ups and downs with that because you have to be disciplined with your time, but the potential is there to own a really big business if that's what you want. One of the points that he made in there is that with this being a business, anyone can sign up for it. So literally it's $15 a month and you can own a business. But that can kind of get in the way sometimes because that doesn't really seem like, it's not a lot of overhead. You don't have a lot of loans. So is it going to push you to do something with it? You don't have a lot of skin in the game, right? So you have to make sure that you know where you want to go, okay? So we do that with setting goals, obviously, but we want to make sure that we're taking the steps that we need to take to get there. Okay, number 5, leaders set one overarching long-term goal. So this is something that I need to work on. I feel like I have a lot of little goals on my vision board and I don't have like one big goal. And his goal was to be like at the top of the company. That's not necessarily my goal, which I'm still working on writing out. But for him, that was his goal. And so he said that he found the most important milestone was finding and developing leaders. So if he wanted to build his company to the top of the business, he knew that he had to develop leaders underneath him. So he had to have that leadership mindset and then transfer it to his people in order to grow his business, right? So if you can think about what is your one big goal that you want with this journey, and then break that down into the steps that you need to get there. So not the goal that corporate wants you to hit, not the goal that your coach wants you to hit, although all of our coaches are very supportive of us. What's a goal that you want? And make that for yourself. The goal that's going to give you the life you want. Number 6, leaders create momentum and ride it. He says, think about a time when things were clicking for you in network marketing or another area of your life. A time you were doing well at something and you felt excited and confident about it. leaders get themselves into that groove in their business. So I have heard actually Darren Hardy talk about this. He calls it the big mo. So what is it that gets you into that mindset and gets you into that mode? And always remember that. So when you're in a funk or when you're not feeling up to it, you can go back to that and just do the actions until you're feeling it, right? Kind of like the fake it till you make it type of thing. Remember what you need to do to get back to that mindset. I really, really liked this analogy that he gave. So I'm going to read the whole thing. He said, I teach my leaders that gaining momentum in this business is like surfing a big wave. In order to get out to the big wave, you have to go through the crashing surf. Once you get through the surf, the water is calm. Then the waves come in, and if you get on top of that wave, you're riding the energy. You're riding the momentum of that wave. Its momentum carries you forward, and you're no longer crashing around in the surf, and the work is not as hard because you're riding the power of the wave. It's the same with building your business. The surf is your fears, your insecurities, your self-doubt, the negative talk going through your mind. The surf is your lack of success, your lack of skills when you're first getting started. We have to move through these pieces in order to get out to the wave. And that's going to take a different amount of time for everyone. You might get to where you're feeling good and then you're crashing through all the shit again. And then you get to where you're feeling good and you just have these ups and downs. But just know that as you're crashing through this crap, you're going to come out of it on top to where you're feeling good. So just keep pushing through it. Okay, and number 7, leaders give themselves permission to succeed. So many of us are waiting for permission to become the person we're capable of becoming in this business. He said, right now as you're reading, I want you to hear and I want you to feel from my heart to yours that you have permission to succeed at the highest levels in this business. So nobody's going to give you that title. Nobody is going to say, Lizzie, you're going to be a really successful coach, so go do it. Nobody's going to say that to you. You have to make that decision yourself. So like in this business, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter who your mentor is. It doesn't matter who your team is. It doesn't matter where you're placed in a downline. It literally doesn't matter. You have the choice to earn your title and to work for what you want. It's all up to you. Julianne actually posted today, I forget which coach it was, but it was the income progression of one of the top coaches. And I think it was Lindsay Matway maybe. And which is insane because at first I was like, oh, this is yearly income. No, that was a month. It's like, oh, yeah. But it's set up in the corner. Like it doesn't matter. And I don't know her story really well, but like it doesn't matter where you came from. If you're on a dead leg, if you're on a strong leg, it doesn't matter who your mentor is or even the people under you. Like you find the people that you want to work with and the leaders that are under you and what works for your tribe. Yeah, it was 6 figures in a month, like insane. But it's just so cool to see that potential and like who knows what her story is, where she came from. Like she's gone through her own crap, like, and she just made it happen. And over time, if you just continue to stick with this, you're gonna find the results that you want in your fitness journey. You're gonna find results with coaching, mentally, emotionally, financially, literally whatever you want to get out of this, you can. It's just insane. Like, and start small too. I know some of you are just starting out. Start small. What could $100 a month do for you? Pay for your Shakeology? That's huge. A lot of people will tell me that they can't afford it. So what if you can help just a couple people and get that paid for so you don't have to worry about it? That's huge. Like we have had our AC not working and we're not really sure how much money we're gonna have to fork over for this. And I know that coaching can cover it. And that's just like a huge relief off of my back that I don't actually have to like really worry about it because I know that I can cover it with what I make from coaching. So just try and think about, what can those little things do for you and what can actually be possible for you with this. But make sure you're not thinking small either. So those are the 7 lessons. If you want me to repeat any of them, I can actually type them out later too, because I think they're really good. But he has some action steps at the end of every chapter, which is super important. Too many times we just read something and then don't do anything with it. So I am going to read through his action steps, and then if you guys want to do them later, or maybe you just want to get the book sometime, it's a really, really awesome book. But his action steps for this, this is last chapter. So he says, bring back to mind the life that you want to live 5 years from now. So think ahead. Write down your long-term 5-year income goal that you're going to strive for to support that life. Make that goal the center of all your daily activities. During your working hours, strive to do only those activities which support your goal. So whatever your goal is, make sure that when you have time set aside for your business, for your self-care, whatever your goal is, make sure you're doing that. So on Monday, I still needed to get groceries and I still needed to meal prep. My number 1 goal right now is to eat healthier. So I'm not going to skip that to do my workout. I actually skipped my workout to meal prep because that's all I had time for. Yeah, coaching can seriously, Holly, your student loans are paid off, aren't they? Yeah, completely paid off. And we're just a few years out of college. It's amazing. Most people cannot say that. So that's really cool. Yeah, it's freaking awesome. Not to mention she moved across the country as well. Okay, number 2, think of a short-term 3 to 6 month goal that is a stepping stone for your 5-year goal. Write it down and make it your push goal over the next 3 to 6 months. So a short-term 3 to 6 month goal, and make sure that it's on the way to your 5-year goal. So we're just kind of breaking it down a little bit. So if you're looking at wanting to build a business, one thing that we always talk about is going Emerald. So Holly has put together a group for us, and we're going to start this sometime when we figure out exactly what we want to do with it. But it's just going to be a Push to Emerald group, and it's for anyone that wants to help other people. So we're going to open this up to all of our teams, to anyone who wants to get in. And yeah, I totally agree, Rubanna. Life has been absolutely crazy. So this focus is going to be huge for me too, because going Emerald is what helps you start your business. And in that group, we're just going to have some basic lessons on what it means to go Emerald for our new coaches, and just the potential with it, and then going Emerald month after month. And what it basically leads up to is you go Emerald every month. In a few months, you're a Diamond coach. And our Diamond retreat is in November this year. And so if we are pushing to go Emerald, all you have to do is add 1 or 2 more coaches, and then we're going to help your coaches who want to go Emerald as well. I know this is going to sound a little crazy if you're new. Don't worry. We will help you. But the Diamond retreat this year for Team Rockstar Fit is in Philadelphia, and it's the first weekend of November. And any Diamond coach in the entire downline, so anybody on our team, is invited to this. And Trina Gray she blows these events out of the water. They are amazing. We get to learn a ton of stuff from very successful coaches, very successful people in life in general. I think one of the most exciting things for me is seeing these people as moms, as working moms, as something that I know that I want to be in the future, and seeing them absolutely crush it, and surrounding myself with that so that I know that I'm going to be there too when I get to that part of my life. It might not be right now, but I'm surrounding myself with that kind of person to have that kind of influence on my life. And there's so many people like that at the Diamond Retreat. It's insane. It's everybody there wants to level up. that's basically what it comes down to. And so it's really cool to be there, and we want to help you get there. So we are going to focus on pushing to Emerald over and over again, and we're just going to simplify that for you. Okay, so number 3 for his action steps is create I am statements around the concept of giving yourself permission to succeed at the highest levels of your business. An I am statement is simply a powerful positive affirmation starting with I am. Create 10 to 20 statements to roll around in your mind throughout the day. So you'll hear random people talk about this. They'll walk around and say, I am empowered, I am confident, I am strong. Whatever you need to believe, repeat that to yourself over and over and over again, and just manifest that in your mind. You're going to start to believe it, and then it's going to start to happen. His examples were, I am becoming a leader of leaders. That might sound scary to you if you don't feel like a leader of yourself yet, but if you start talking about it, that's how it's going to happen, right? I am becoming a leader of leaders. I'm empowered, I am confident. So whatever areas that you need to improve upon, make those your I am statements. Or maybe it's a reminder that you need to tell yourself, I am successful, I am capable, I am strong, whatever it is for you. Yeah, it definitely works. It sounds a little cuckoo, but yeah, it totally works. Do you guys have questions on this chapter of the book? I know I was talking super, super fast and flew through that. Pretty basic, but also very good reminders. This whole book, I really recommend getting it. He's just so like blunt and straightforward, so I relate to that a lot. I just want to know, I want to know what to do and how to make it happen and what I need to do with my head to get there. And so he's just, he's really speaking to me. Yeah, there's a lot of different, I think he goes over like the different areas of our business and life really well instead of just focusing on one thing. So yeah, I will keep reading. Obviously, I'm not quite done, and keep sharing that with you. Yeah, what else do we have today? That was pretty much my lesson that I wanted to have for you guys. Our Push to Emerald group, Holly and I are going to meet sometime and get that up and running for this month already. Other things for this month, a lot of us are doing MM100. I am having a friend make some prizes, and I'm literally going to send them out to everyone who got access to MM100. So we are working on it, but I'm waiting for her to get those done before I can send them out. Another thing we're going to do is implement some prizes into our Level Up group. I think that just creates some excitement and really gives everyone something to push for. We've had a lot of comments and engagement so far, and I'm absolutely loving the new group. So we're just going to try and keep that going. So if you guys have ideas for prizes or a challenge or something like that, feel free to send them my way and we can do something fun. One more thing I did want to talk about, because I need to get better at it, is tracking what we're doing with the business. This doesn't mean that you have to do everything every single day, but you need to be tracking what you're doing so that you know where you're lacking day after day. If there's an area that you're ignoring consistently, you want to make sure that you're working on it. I'm going to post this in our team page, and we'll kind of do like an accountability thing, but this is the Success Club system tracker from Beachbody, and it's just all the simple things. Be a proof of the product, do your workout and drink Shakeology, and then connecting with others on your social media, and it just breaks that down for you, and there's check boxes for everything. So you might not show a healthy meal every day, or you might not recognize someone on your stories every day, but if you go all week without doing that, you should probably share that, right? So it's just kind of a check to see where you're at, see how you're doing, and then we can look at it and kind of see what we can adjust so that you can get to the goals that you want. So I will post a link to this. It's on the Coach Online office, but I will put it directly in our team page if it's not already. I don't know if this one is for sure. But I'm just going to we'll do a post like every Wednesday and see how everyone's doing. If you use a different kind of tracker, that's totally fine. You can still check in. But this is the one that I'll be using and get consistent with it again. So, all right. I'm done speaking. Anyone have any questions, comments from the week? You guys can unmute and talk. It's totally fine.
I want to know how Amanda feels about M100.
Okay, so I did the Fight Club today, and I really like that one. So I think the variety with it is what's going to keep me going. But yeah, like the first couple of days, I was like, like the one, I forget which one it is, but the one where it's like dancer-ish balancing moves, I was like,
that's my favorite one.
Wait.
I was like, I cannot. So
Literally.
okay, after today, it's getting better for sure. I know that I just have to keep going and it'll be fine. But it's just the awkwardness.
I'm very uncoordinated during it. Especially
I have lost a lot of my coordination. Like I was a dancer for 9 years and I literally still struggle with some of those moves. So props to you guys because it's kind of hard. Like the timings are weird to me. I don't know. But I did MeltCon. I switched MeltCon and Revive like the 9 and 10 because I was not doing MeltCon at night. And I'm not a night workout person. Like I have to do it in the morning. I've gotten the routine of it now. And I'm so thankful because I literally, I don't sweat that much when I work out. Like I asked Nate the other day, I was like, am I like not doing this right? Like I don't sweat that much and everybody's like dripping and I just don't do that. And he's like, do you feel like you're pushing yourself? I'm like, yeah. And he's like, then you're fine. But then I did that one and I was just like dripping. I had like upper lip sweat, like my boobs were sweating. I was like, this is disgusting. Oh my God. I'm so sweaty. And I still wasn't even that sweaty. But like for me, I was like,
that's why I cannot wear gray leggings when working out. It is awful.
I just don't sweat. I don't know what's wrong with me. I don't know.
My cousin's like that. She doesn't, like, she never has, like, in basketball in high school, I'd be, like, dripping. Like, I'd have towels on the bench to wipe myself off. And, like, she'd just be like, what's wrong with you?
Yeah, people are like, I have to shower after I work out. And I'm like, I mean, I, like, have to put some deodorant on and, like, so maybe a little bit of dry shampoo to, like, absorb, like, some of the like, the, like, oils and stuff. But other than that, like, I'm totally good.
Oh, heck no.
I don't know. I'm weird. I don't know.
I don't usually sweat that much either. It depends. Well, my living room's really hot right now with the summertime, so I definitely sweat a little more. But yeah, it for sure depends on what I'm doing.
Yeah, I went from a freezing cold basement too in like the old house to like the upstairs, which is like 10 degrees warmer than like all the rest of the house. So like it is a little warmer, but I kind of miss my cold basement, but it was really creepy, so I don't really miss that part.
I haven't gone back downstairs since I had a spider incident with a really, really big spider, and I have not worked out downstairs since. I'm nervous. I feel like I'm going to lay down on the floor and, like, not be able to see one coming at me. And then, like, I'm going to be here alone, and what's going to happen?
You're going to turn into Spider-Woman.
Yeah.
What else? I was working out. You guys can probably relate to this. Do you all have dogs?
Yes.
Okay, so I hope you all can relate to this. So we have carpet, and I like upstairs, which is really weird for me because my basement had cement, and I just had like the mats and stuff. Well, now I have carpet, which is weird because then I like sweat and it's like on the carpet, and I don't like that because I work out barefoot. I'm like, this is disgusting, but whatever. And we had it vacuumed up here for a hot minute, and it's light, and all of a sudden I'm working out and I like did something and I slid and it was all hair all over my arm from Jet, and it was just a line of like black dog hair on my carpet. I was like, and then the next day I came up and vacuumed because I was like, that is disgusting. I can't even show my videos on Instagram because I feel disgusting. It's
It
just like,
definitely makes you vacuum more.
Yes.
yeah, I'm not used to carpet.
It's
Yeah.
okay. It happens.
But yeah, so if y'all have dog hair everywhere, tribe.
Yeah, you've seen my dog shed.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're talking about puppies.
I'm super proud. On a side note, I'm really proud because we had baby bunnies in the backyard, and a couple of them like ran out of the nest, and I was like, "Oh my god, I'm gonna witness a murder!" And I was screaming at Coda, and he literally did not do a thing. Like he was just walking, and one of them was running in between his feet, and he was just sniffing at him and like let him run around. I was like, "Oh my
She's
gosh!"
like, what are you?
Yeah, I think
You're
they're
so
like
small.
too big, and they were like
You're so big.
yeah, literally the size of his paw. But it was so cute. I'm super proud of it.
I just don't realize how big he is, I feel like. Until I see him like on you, like in a picture, and then I'm like, oh, he's large.
Yeah, like I was sitting in the living room today and he came up and was like basically sitting over top of me and his head is above mine when we sit down next to each other.
How much does he weigh?
Oh, I don't know. I need to take him back to the vet. He's over 100.
Can you imagine?
Yeah, he's so fluffy though.
I love it.
Do you guys have any more like business related questions at all? Okay, I'm gonna hit end record.